Good evening. We are gathered here tonight to honor the lives of Wills Dolbear, David Pardo Hernandez, Sharif Muscat, Ford Rosser, Jaden Villanueva, and Naharaka Dapati. I want to thank the families of the students for traveling here to Auburn to celebrate the students with us today. I also want to thank President Roberts and the First Lady Tracy and our Provost, Dr. Nathan, for joining us today to honor these 6 students tonight. Auburn University is a special place. We all know this. It's not just a place that our students gain an exceptional education while they're here. It becomes home. It becomes a place where they call home after their original home. Here we share their highest highs and help them as they go through some of their lowest lows. There are many things that make Auburn special. It becomes home to the families or to the students, but it also becomes family. They become part of our family, the Auburn family. When any of our family members experience loss, we feel deeply and we are forever connected by the shared experience that we have in Auburn University. The Dash is a poem by Linda Ellis. It reminds us of how meaningful the experience that make up life really are. It is a long poem, but I do want to share the first 3 passages from that poem. I read of a man who stood to speak at a funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most was the dash between those years. From the dash represents all that they spent alive on this earth, and now only those who love them know really what that little line is worth. So Ellis writes about the experience that we all go through in loss, the realization that everyone's life is comprised of 3 things: the bookends that are the beginning and the end, those left behind who were touched by our lives, and finally, by the dash between those bookends. The dash is actually our lives, our triumphs, our losses, our friends, our family, our experiences that add up to what is our life. The length of the dash is unpredictable, but each person's dash represents an impact that can never be replaced. As we consider the words of the Auburn Creed, we fondly remember the loved ones we have lost and grieved, and we will continue to grieve in the days and the months to come. The Creed is treasured by all that are related to Auburn. It is a simple guide of how to live well. It personifies the moments that make up the dash between our bookends. One of the most cited lines in the Creed is as follows: I believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men. We are fortunate that to be part of the Auburn family because we live by this principle. Our connections are strong, and our love for our family, our Auburn family, are true. Our love for each other creates a sympathy for our fellow men and women and causes us hurt deeply when we are faced with their loss. Today, we treasure the memories of these students. They were special, they were unique individuals that were, and celebrated how unique their paths were, helped shape by the whole Auburn family here today. To the students we have lost, we are here to remember and memorialize you today. If you only knew how much we wish that we could see you one more time, you would see how much we hurt. Thank you again for leaving a legacy that we can celebrate, not just your memory, but your legacy. To the families and the loved ones who are here today to help us remember them, I cannot feel your pain or the depths of your pain. Please know and be comforted knowing that the rest of us and our hearts are with you in compassion. They lived, they loved, some traveled far, some stayed close to home, but we shared moments of triumph and pain while they were with us here at Auburn University. In some way, we were a part of their highest highs and their lowest lows. And for each of you, that is truly special. Each of them has contributed to the dash of our lives and each person's lives here at Auburn University. Thank you for sharing your loved one with us, and we will treasure them always. Please join me in a silence to remember Wills, David, Sharif, Ford, Jaden, and Naharaka. I will now turn the ceremony over to Nyla Blewett, Black Student Union President, who will read the Auburn Creed.
I believe that this is a practical world and that I can only count on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work. I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully. I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men. I believe in a sound mind and a sound body and a spirit that is not afraid, and in clean sports that develop these qualities. I believe in obedience to law because it protects the rights of all. I believe in the human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all. I believe in my country because it is the land of freedom and because it is my own, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with God. And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it.
Good evening. We are gathered here tonight with heavy hearts as we remember those of the Auburn family who were taken from us far too soon. Auburn University is a special place. Not only is it a place for students to gain an exceptional education, it becomes a home, a place which we are forever connected. Here, we share our highest highs, and we should support each other through our lowest lows. That is one of the many things that makes Auburn so special. It becomes a home to its students. It becomes a family. When anyone in our family experiences loss, we all feel it deeply because we are forever connected by the shared experience that is Auburn. Our time on earth is fleeting and precious, and for everyone in the Auburn family, time spent at Auburn is incredibly special. It is a somber reminder for us all as we remember those we lost. I like to share a passage that has always resonated with me and one that I hope provides each of you with some sense of peace as well. When peace like a river attends my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, through trials should come, let this blessed assurance control that it is well with my soul. Horatio Spafford wrote this passage in 1856. He lost a son to the scarlet fever, and he lost 4 daughters to a shipwreck. Spafford survived the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 and the economic panic of 1873, but he later described the loss of his children as the greatest tragedy that one could face. Some of you face this tragedy. While I cannot imagine the burden you carry, I do want you to know that Auburn is here to help you carry that weight, to find your soul's wellness and to live every day in honor of these Auburn men and women's legacy. Tonight we recited the Auburn Creed together. As we consider its words, we finally remember the lives of loved ones we have lost, we have grieved, and we will continue to grieve in the days and months ahead. The Creed is treasured by all the Auburn family because it offers a simple guide to living well. Personifies the moment that make up the dashes between our bookends. One of the most cited lines in the Creed is as follows: I believe in the human touch which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men. We are fortunate to be a part of the Auburn family because we live by this principle. Our connections are strong, and the love that we have for the Auburn family is true. Sympathy for our fellow man is created by the love that we have for each other. It is what causes us to hurt so deeply when we are faced with their loss. Queen Elizabeth II, whose life has been punctuated with both public and private losses, once said that grief is the price that we pay for love. That statement resonates with me because, simply put, grief is an unintended consequence of human connection. And while the season we are now in is one of grief, we are here together as a family. And together we can find comfort in the hope that happier days will come for us all. And when that day comes, our grief will give way to celebration. Celebration and remembrance of the past our loved ones once walked. We can find joy in celebrating their memories in ways big and small. Grief and celebration are simply two sides of the same coin. One remembers and wallows, while the other remembers and it uplifts. Both are necessary and both are valid. It may not be today or tomorrow or even the next year. There will be a time come when we're able to flip that coin to the side of celebration by remembering the amazing lives our loved ones once lived. While the day comes, we will remember our loved ones with a smile instead of a tear. They are incredible people who touch so many people on this campus and beyond, and they leave behind a lasting legacy. Their legacy serves a reminder for us to cherish the time that we have with our loved ones. For when someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Today, we treasure the memories that we have of Willis, David, Sharif, Ford, Jaden, and Nakira. We reflect on the special, unique individuals they were and celebrate how their unique past helped shape the whole of the Auburn family. While there are now 6 holes in our family, we can find strength together as an Auburn family. To the students we have lost, we're here to remember and memorialize today. You can only know how much we wish that we could see you once again. Thank you for leaving us with a legacy to celebrate. To the families and loved ones that we remember today, while we cannot feel the depths of the pain of your loss, please find comfort in knowing that our hearts are always with you in compassion and in empathy. Treasure your loved ones' memories and celebrate the life they lived. They lived, they loved, they may have traveled far or stayed at home, but while they were with us, we shared moments of triumph and moments of pain. In some way, we were all part of their highest highs and their lowest lows, and for each of us, that is truly special. Each of them has contributed to that same dash that's in our lives. Thank you for sharing your loved ones with us. We will treasure them always.
The spirit of these 6 students will live on forever here at Auburn University. But today I will call a member of their family, I will call their names. A member of their family will walk up and they will grab a white rose from one of the vases and put it in the blue and orange bouquet. So it represents that our students will always be with us, even though they're not here physically with us. So I'll start first with Wills Gobert. David Pardo Hernandez. Sharif Mastoke. Ford Rosser. Jaden Villanueva. Naraka Dalpahati. Let these flowers remind us that although Wills and David, Sharif, Ford, Jaden, and Naraka have passed away, they continue to live on as members of the Auburn family.
What is Auburn? Far be it from me to try to answer that question. There are as many definitions of Auburn as there are Auburn men and women. It would be safe to say, however, that Auburn is much more than a football game. It is much more than winning or losing. It is a spirit. It is an attitude. It is a way of looking at life. It is almost a way of living. Unless you have experienced it, you will never know what it is. You will never understand it. Once you have experienced it, you will never be the same. A part of you will forevermore be an Auburn man or an Auburn woman.
On the rolling plains of Dixie, 'neath the sun-kissed sky, proudly stands our alma mater, banners high. To thy name we'll sing thy praise, from hearts that love so true, and pledge to thee our loyalty the ages through. We hail thee, Auburn, and we vow to work for thy just fame, and hold memory as we do now thy cherished name.
We here at Auburn University will always remember your family members. Not only because of what they did here, but because we were part of their dash. And we are very privileged to be a part of their dash. I cannot thank you more from the bottom of my heart than letting us be part of that dash. So Wills, David, and Sharif, Ford, Jaden, and Naharaka will continue to be part of the Auburn family. We continue to reflect on your losses that you have and the hole that you have in your hearts for them, and we'll continue to pray for you in their absence. They will always be a member of the Auburn family, as will you always be a member of the Auburn family. This today completes our service. At this time, the families, please remember to come up and grab a vase with the white roses to take with you. Thank you.